based on conversations that we've had at our last town hall, lots of one-on-one conversations I had with people or groups, as well as just sort of watching what people are up to. The three main things that I came up with in terms of why they expand, and this is an open list, this is not the only reasons by any stretch. More diversity. When we moved from the original Indy Hall into this space and there was room to grow, people who were interested in it but didn't necessarily see space for them or a call to action didn't show up. And once we opened the space and provided that so they could come in, the types of people who started showing up in Indy Hall became infinitely more diverse. And that's I think one of Indy Hall's biggest strengths. So the ability to do that again, and maybe even a bit more calculated, if that even makes sense, would be fantastic. More opportunities to co-create Indy Hall. 3 years in, the number of projects that we're doing has gone down, and so the number of opportunities for new members to see something that they can, own or at least participate in the creation of has gone down. So obviously, we're talking about an expansion. That number of projects goes through the roof, both for people that are active paying members of Indy Hall, but also members of the community. And this place is a sort of we view it as a clubhouse for the neighborhood and the industries, I guess, that we represent. Again, sort of the old-fashioned barn raising. Let's raise the barn again and bring the neighborhood a little bit closer together. And the last big thing is more events. And this is something that we've seen cycle now twice, where we opened a space bigger than we needed, which made it really easy to host events because there weren't a lot of people in the way of hosting an event. And as we get more and more full, the events start to fall off. Both because the space needs more, the number of people needs more attention proportionally, but also there just isn't room to do it. It's a bit of a catch-22 because events are a pretty significant lifeblood element to Indy Hall, not just in the events that we program, but the events that our members want to hold and organize and invite their friends to, their colleagues to, so on and so forth.
And the virtuous cycle of more events from different kinds of groups and backgrounds, bringing more diversity to the space.
Exactly. So like I said, those are sort of the things that are top of mind, but if you have things that are top of mind for you, that'll hold on to that for when we jump into the discussion part. I'm almost done. So the ground floor, you're in it. The sort of confusing part, I'll explain this to a handful of people, the ground floor that we're talking about right now is and will potentially be this entire first floor down the road. There's a short-term situation, for lack of a better term, where they actually can't rent us up against this wall because those of you who remember when we moved in, there was some water damage from the building next door. So they're finally finishing up the deal with that, and then once that's done, they'll be able to rent this to us once we know it's secure and safe and things like that.
That's this side?
That's this side.
This side has damage.
This side, right. So this top part, basically take this and lay it down like that. So the stairs right there, the stairs back there, but this middle section becomes where you're actually sitting. So the wall that's up there, that doesn't currently exist. The easiest way I can describe it is if you take the wall that's right by the microwave and you track it all the way back to me, actually all the way back towards the stairs, you build that wall and it's everything north of that. So we're talking about this entire space, all the way back to here, and then everything on the side, including what used to be detours, the back half of the Nazi General's office before. All of these walls and whatnot can and will now, including this stuff that's right here behind the camera, and we're actually right behind where most of you are sitting. So that gives us about 3,000 square feet to play with. For perspective, the entire second floor is 4,400 square feet. This one's slightly more because of the way the walls are set up, but with that line drawn, it's about 3,000 square feet that's usable. The other thing that's interesting about this floor plan, you'll notice, is the staircase. And that staircase doesn't currently exist, and that's a problem. So we had a split level office before, and it was okay. One of the big problems was it was really easy for you to get to the second floor without ever going to the first floor. That's just really not a thoughtful experience in terms of the way Indy Hall works. And so we think it's really important that sort of think about the flow. How we're going to move to the office. So effectively, what we'd like to see is that you come in the front door, basically where the detours entrance used to be. You walk in. There's some workspace. We can talk about what this retail storefront becomes in a part of the discussion. But then, like about halfway through, there's this sort of cool and open, staircase that is wide enough for people to be going up and down at the same time. It can't be like a scary, rickety spiral staircase. But the really cool part about putting a staircase in the middle is that it's inefficient. But that creates a really interesting experience where you sort of have to walk through the space to get to the stairs, bump into some people, see what's going on. And then when you enter the second floor, you're entering Indy Hall into the middle of it, which has never happened before. You always sort of come in through a defined entrance, and now it's sort of like sort of Prairie Dog, like sort of pop up and I think that'd be really cool. So I think sort of like literally be ending up in the middle of Indy Hall, sort of as we know it, would be a really unique experience.
Welcome to the new Indy Hall space too.
Yes, well exactly, yeah, you can't just like sort of jump in and run upstairs. So we want there to be flow through the spaces upstairs and downstairs. If it wasn't clear, this is an expansion, not just down the road, like I said, when the situation with this wall is no longer a situation, we have the ability to take out some or all of that partition wall and then also make this usable space for whatever we like. We need to think about how we decide to lay out and what we sort of build in the first floor so that we don't end up trying to figure out how to use a really long skinny hallway down the road. That sounds terrible. So there's going to be some design conversations about what goes where and how do we. Yeah.
How temporary? We're talking 6 months, a year?
The goal is a year. The goal is a year.
So before you let the rest of the wall.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it would be a floor to ceiling. It'll be an actual wall, not like one of these temporary walls.